Welcome to Technique Tuesday. This is our first lesson in this series, and I'm very excited to be teaching this and sharing some of my knowledge with you. Each week we're going to have a great lesson on technique. Today we're going to start with right hand technique. I need to say up front, there's a whole lot of ways that different people attack the instrument with the right hand, and all of that's fine. Some people pull up here, some people kind of do a finger picking thing back here, up here. Some people play with the thumb, some slap it. There's lots of ways, and there's no wrong way to do it. But I'm going to show you some fundamental basic technique today that I learned many years ago, and I've had great success teaching my students with it. It's just going to be good old right hand technique. Let's look at that now. Let's anchor the thumb. Some people anchor it right here on the top string. I do that a lot myself. If that's good for you, that's fine. Just sort of hold the thumb there and let it sit. The only thing, of course, is when you play the E string, now you have to move off that. People anchor it here, which may be a better idea. That way you don't have to move it to play that E string. And still there's sort of a floating thumb technique thing where people just kind of let it run along over here. Do a little bit of muting kind of with it. I'm not as concerned about where you anchor your thumb as I am about let's get the attack proper. Let's pull the string, see how I'm bending it, and let's release it. Look where the finger ends up. It ends up resting on the string below it. That's a good way to start. Again, I repeat, some people do a finger picking out here, but let's just work on this one basic stroke. Pull, release, pull, release. Next string. A string and E string. Notice I just sort of naturally had my thumb resting on the pickup here. Some people use a ramp for various reasons, but basically we want to get this stroke. Let's do it again. Let me give you a couple little exercises. These are basic and simple, but I want to emphasize to you how working on the fundamental attack, the sound, is the beginning of good bass playing. I'm sure you've heard people and you go, my God, they sound clean, they sound great. Yeah, a lot of that's in the left hand, but it's in the right hand too, alternating and this kind of stuff. But basically, we start with a good, simple sound. Pull, release. Try not to get into a hitting sort of a thing. You'll get blisters all the time and it gets real noisy, excuse me. Let's do that again, that exercise. Go back up the strings. With the second finger. Going back up the strings. Alternating fingers. Now you notice I truly alternated. I didn't do any of this raking, or I didn't reach back and attack here. It's a good way to practice making sure you alternate every single thing. You will fall into some habits if you're not careful of always raking across or just playing with one finger. And again, that's totally fine, except you don't want that to become a habit. Get to where you can do alternating fingering and just get real clean and clear at it, and it'll work well for you, I assure you. Now let's talk a little bit about placement of the hand. I used the pickup earlier, so I was playing kind of in the middle of this register, or this range here. Sometimes it sounds cool to play up here, and other times you get that much brighter, edgier, quicker responsing sound playing here. I recommend you practice different exercises in all three areas so you can get the feel of that tension of the strings and also what you like as far as sound. As a professional player, I use all the different areas to create the sound and feel I want. Let's finish this off by a little exercise that will help you just simply develop some speed. All it takes is repetition.